Now this is a function. Okay, def. The function name could be anything, and this is a doc string. Okay, a multi-line comment which will explain what this function is doing. Okay, even if you do not use this, it's not a mandatory thing, but uh, if you go by a best practice, you should mention it. Okay, but this doesn't perform any kind of an logical operations or business. If you use it, it's good. If you are not using it, then also it's okay. Your functionality will not change. Functionality will not change. The only thing will happen is if you hover it here, right, you will not get this line because you have not explained about the function. Okay, so I'm using def as in keyword, then function name, then a single parameter which is called as a file. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is I have a file. Okay, let me close all of these. I have a file called sample. Okay, this is my text file. Hello world, how are you? My name is Kapil. Okay, I have a text in this file. What I'm trying to do here is, where is that one? Oh, sorry. Where is that one? Where is that one? Yeah. What I'm trying to do here is, I'm trying to read the content of this file. Okay, sample.txt. I have this file in current directory, by the way. Okay, it's here itself, same level. It's not in any other folder. So how to open a file in a read mode? So R means read mode, read only mode. I cannot write by using R here. Okay, how to open a file? With. I'm using with as a keyword. Then again open as a keyword. Then again file. So this file will have the file name. So I'm passing a file name here. You think I'm using the function name, then I'm passing the file name sample and .txt. This file name is sample.txt. This file name will go where? Here. And here file will become sample.txt. Okay, I got the file name. Now I'm using this with keyword with open file comma read only mode. So then this file will have what? Sample.txt. Okay, sample.txt will reach here in the read mode. Now this is the syntax. Whenever I use with, right, with open, then file name, then the mode in which I want to open. I can open in append mode, I can open in write mode, but right now I'm opening in read mode. Then as f, what this f is, if you go by technical terms, this is this is called as a file descriptor. What does file descriptor means? It means now I can refer this file or this opening of file with this single word, which is called as an f. So now I do not have to use this variable. I can refer all this particular line or future operations after this line with only the word as f. Okay, let's try to understand this. Okay, once this line gets executed, this is a variable, normal variable content is equal to f dot read. Read function is used to read the content from the file, this file. Okay, I'm using f here. Why I'm using f here? Because I used with open this particular file name in read mode as f. Okay, now what I'm trying to tell to Python is I'm opening this file as f. Forget about this name of the file. Every operation I do, I will do with respect to f. Let's say for someone, my name is Kapil, right? I can give an alias to myself, right? Now let's say I give Kapil alias as K. Now I can write any sentence. K is teaching MLOps. So I can replace this K with Kapil, right? So similarly, I'm opening a file with F. Now I will perform all operations on this file using this f. Okay, so content is equal to f dot read. Now read is a function. This will help in reading the content from the file. F dot read. Now this function will return the content. Whatever you have read, return it. Now return will come here. Here it will come. Whatever the content is, it will come here now, and then I'm printing it. Okay, so let us print. Now you see, hello world, how are you? My name is Kapil. The same content. Okay, if I write MLOps here, okay, if I and MLOps also came. Okay, so very simple operation. Now I will comment this, and let's try to understand this part. So I'm using the function name, this function name. I'm passing the file name, this file name, and I'm using the dot lower function. Remember we used in our last example this dot lower. What will this do? This will, if I have any words or sentences in capital letters, this will lower down to small case letters. Okay. So now if I run this, see, lower, everything is in lowercase now. This hello, if you see here, it was in uppercase, right? H was in uppercase, W was in uppercase, but now everything is in lowercase. Okay. Now in the next example, I'm using dot split function. You remember dot split? Split returns a list. We have already used split function in our previous examples. So I'm using, first I'm lowering down it. So first this output, and then I'm splitting it. I'm converting it into a list. So what will be the output? The output is hello world, how are you? All as an individual elements. Now, once it is converted into list, I can perform all the operations which are associated with list. Okay. So I have done, I, I have read the content from the file, then I lowercase it, and then I use the split function to convert it into a list. Okay. Uh, okay. All good so far? Okay. Take it as a yes. Okay. Now, now we, in this example, I want to design. Okay. What this refers to? Yeah, I want to design a function which will count letters. How many times a letter is coming? Okay. So what do I mean by that? How many times Kapil is coming? Kapil is coming twice, right? So it should give Kapil colon 2, something like that. Okay, if you see here also, you see the output here, see Kapil is 2. Now we have designed this function. So what this function says is print word count. I'm giving the file name, this file name. This file will name will go in this variable. Okay, this is just a doc string. I took a count as a dictionary because I wanted to add value in the dictionary itself. Okay. Now this my iter is one. My iter is a kind of a, you can say, a counter. You remember I used to explain you in first iteration this is happening, in second iteration this is happening. So this is what I have used it manually. Okay, my iter is one. So now for loop, this is a for loop for w in this file. Which file? This file. Sample.txt goes to here, and this is here. I'm opening this file and then reading it and then lowering it and then splitting it into list. All I'm doing in this single line. Okay, all the things I am doing in the single line. Then what I'm doing is count w is equal to count dot get. Now let's understand this first. What is count w? Count w means whatever the word split will do what? Split will return this, right? Hello as a single word. Okay. So what will be count of hello here? Now this, let me try it. So it will become like this. So if count of like this, it will become, and then it will be like this. Count. Okay, because after doing a split, it will give one element or one word at a time. So W will have this hello for the first iteration. Count dot get. Now dot get function will help us in what? Will help us in counting what? This particular hello word, how many times it is appearing, and it will store this particular score into this dictionary. How it will store? Let me try to show you. Count dot get. Let me see. Method def get. I'm just hovering on dot get. Key any. Okay. Inside W is a kind of a key, and default is any. So default value is 0. In case I found the word, the default value is 0. If I found the word, that means hello is appearing how many times? You see, this is first iteration. Iteration 1, W is hello. W is hello. This W is hello. Count hello colon 1. Count is equal to hello colon 1. How hello colon 1 is appearing? Because this count dot get function is looking in this in this in this dictionary. Right now this dictionary has what? This dictionary has only one word, which is hello. So count dot get is looking what? Is looking at this hello. This is default value is 0. If I found hello as a word for the first time, increment it by 1. I got hello, right? So this is my dictionary at the end of first iteration. Hello colon 1. Okay.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed our session at LWP Labs. For more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel and contact the number for live classes. The future is now with AI.